Ooh yeah, Craig Metrowich for VideoCelebrityNews.com, and I'm in a studio with a guy who's jumped many walls, toured Africa, a graffiti artist. Let us welcome to VideoCelebrityNews.com. I've got Bob D in the house. Bob D, thanks for joining us.
How's it going, Craig?
Great to be with you. What we have done, we've got an HD, uncut, raw, unedited video in which he shared a little bit more about his story. That is on VideoCelebrityNews.com tonight. Please go and watch that. Support our talented people like Bob D. Bob D, in our intro, I want to talk about your travels through Africa. Let's talk about jumping the walls to realize your talent of being a graffiti artist. Some of your highlights into Africa. Where were you recently? And what was one of the highlights? Share with our audience.
I was in Uganda, middle of last year, and then I've been in Sierra Leone, I've been in Mali and in Ghana.
So you've been where I haven't been. That's the irony. I've been to Hawaii, Hong Kong, I've been to Korea, I've been to Greece. I can name a few places. Isn't it interesting how your art is taking you different routes?
Very blessed to have traveled at least. Yeah, I've met some really cool individuals out there, and some guys that are doing things of passion, so really inspired me to push and follow my dream of being an artist.
And I mean, your art's also what I find very unusual in its technique and its style. And I mean, taking a spray can as an example versus a paintbrush. I mean, don't you get, for example, pains in your hands after 2-3 hours of doing an artistic work? I mean, what are the side effects of your job? My question is, what are the hazards and side effects? So if kids are watching this, if teenagers are watching this, pre-warn them. Falling off a ladder?
Falling off a ladder. I think the most hazardous one is obviously the fumes, but we do use gas masks when we're painting. And then, like, your hand gets tired holding the camera. My hand gets tired holding the can. But yeah, with time you obviously get used to it, muscle memory, etc., etc. And yeah.
And also like the spray technique as well. How long did it take you to master that spray technique?
Still haven't mastered it. I don't think I ever will. But I learn daily. So as the years have gone on, you start to achieve things that you, how could I say, only foresaw. So that's cool. It's nice to go through the experience field and get to learn the different vibes and things. But yeah, I don't think, in my personal opinion, there's no mastering of anything. You got to keep learning.
And look, that's what makes it so interesting. I mean, like, if I take my extreme sports, what I love about them is you're never going to get it 100%. Because, for example, the ocean is dynamic. It's ever changing.
Exactly.
You know, you can go on a Saturday, do a session on a Sunday. It's a completely different canvas. I.e., that's what makes it a thrill. Is that you can do this till 100 and you will still
learn something new
you're still
every
going to
day.
learn something.
You've got to learn something new every day.
Let's talk about galleries, exhibitions, anything you want to share with our audience that you kind of like reflect on your life and you're going, wow, that's surreal. I actually did that. Is there a piece of work you did that you're like super proud of, that you reflecting on it, that you're like, wow, I did that? What would you like to tell us?
I won't say there's one in particular. I'd say the last 3-4 years of my life, it's just been a roller coaster of dreams being achieved and the goals and benchmarks and I'm truly blessed and I'm very lucky to have an awesome support system around me that helps me achieve these wondrous deeds and wondrous goals.
And Africa Burn, tell us about that, because I saw the clip on that. It was I thought it was brilliant. Tell us a little bit about the clip on that.
So, the videography was done by Sinyo, awesome company. They do some super cool work. Check them out. But we were taken there to do a live art installation, which was something that I've recently been pushing a bit. So getting there was
But what about the pressure on that? I mean, we're doing a live recording, which is quite hectic, to go live. But I mean, there you're revealing your artistic talent while everyone's watching you. Am I understanding this right?
Yeah. No, that's the live painting. Let's call it the interactive painting. It's come quite away from where it started at 420 Sundays at Trenchtown to now where we've got, let's say, pieces going up with thousands of spectators, it's awesome. It's challenging, but it's nice. It's nice to chat to the people.
You don't have typics, so you can't go like, oops, that's the wrong color.
No, you don't say, oops. You kind of take it in your stride.
For our audience that are watching, I know like business, most of my audience are business people. Entrepreneurship, it's quite a mega thing you've done. I mean, to follow a dream. I'll give you an example. When I interview like dancers, It's not an easy career.
No.
If I interview even a singer, they've got to rehearse, they've got to warm up their voice, they've got a voice coach. It's quite solitude in a way, because they go like, it's kind of you on your mission. So in your cases, you said you've got good supporters. So where's your encouragement come from? Where do you get that excitement and enthusiasm to keep on going?
The look in the client's eye when you've materialized their vision, that's one of the big joys I find. And then being able to, I don't know, how could I say, do what you love takes a lot of pressure off you. So like the guys who have to go to their 9 to 5s, you can see they don't really have that vibe, that fire in there.
No, they don't wake up at 4 o'clock and go, yes, I'm going to be painting something. They go, I've got to go and beat the traffic.
There we go. So like that's one of the big joys. And then the support that I receive, it's like my homies, my friends, my family, like everybody around me. As when it's raining, it rains, and when it's dry, it dries. So like they've been helping me out in the dry spells. And I would say a lot of the shine needs to go to them, actually, man.
So should I do a shout out? Okay, family, friends, supporters, Bob D, Craig Metrowich, shout out to all of you.
Anyone with the Infam flag, man, it's you guys.
He's acknowledging, and listen, I love your maturity, and I'll tell you why. Because I have never succeeded in anything in my life of any significance without other people being part of it.
No man is an island except Island Man, bro. That's it. Like we all join together somehow.
I mean, and that's it, eh? I mean, so even to the audience, like I got Paul is a regular on. Paul, shout out to you. If the signal's good and the sound's out, Paul, we're indoors. I normally don't do it indoors. We're in his studio. Send us a love, a like, and a thumbs up. We got to carry on as long as we can while the signal still holds. A few more questions. Inspiration for the youth. How do you unleash your creativity? So, Craig, I started with a sketch pad. How did you start? Or Craig, I just took a wall. How did you get going? That's what I want to share with them. How did you get going?
You just got to go. It's like,
find a wall.
How do you climb a mountain? Like you take your first step. So like that's how you do it with art also. Get a piece of paper, get a pen, get a pencil. Just start drawing circles, start drawing lines, I don't know where to say where to start.
Just draw. Yeah. Draw on anything.
If you've got young kids, give them crayons and a wall, let them start drawing. Like
what about YouTube? Have you used YouTube to help
University of YouTube. We all use University of YouTube. Like I'm a big fan of that. Especially with the airbrushing and the sculpting of
you can learn from other people's techniques by watching how they do it.
I mean, there's 1,000 tutorials out there. There's so much. The vastness of the information it's great. So use all your resources available and go. I don't think anybody is bound or restricted to being something in life. You can be what you want. You can do what you want. It's that easy.
So Bob D, I'm telling you now, mate, you could be an inspirational speaker in your genre for sure, because he's inspired me. He's so sincere. It's like, it's tough. That's entrepreneurship as well. I've been through massive monster hidings in my life, personal and business wise. Yet I have this thrill and excitement to do this type of work, because if somebody's watching this now, just one viewer, and they go, hey, so I can do this too.
Voila.
And then it's all worthwhile. If we just get one person to go, I can do this too, I can realize my dream, I can make this happen, then all our time and effort's worthwhile. You agree?
Indeed. Yeah. Well, even if you that person.
It could be me, eh? Yeah. All right, a few more questions. We're still live. We've still got good signal. I'm going to head towards the wrap-up now. The reason is we've got a phenomenal HD, uncut, raw, unedited interview we did. And he shares some of his story into Africa and the experiences he had and the people that he met. Let's go with it. A good example, he says, is Craig, just to find paint in some places. The logistics of that was quite hectic. And we take that for granted. In South Africa, where we're at now, Cape Town, we take our logistics for granted.
I go to the paint shop and I buy
It's easier. Yeah. Let's talk about range selection. Me thinking as a business guy, how big is the industry? Craig, there's 5 people. Craig, there's 1,000 people. How many people? Take a guess.
Millions.
Is it? Eh? Yeah, so it's a global industry.
Big. Yeah.
And the guys supplying paints and that, they've now designed paints for your market.
Indeed. Well, in South Africa, there's a few groups of people that import German, Spanish, I think that, and German and Spanish paint. So we've got like 3 or 4 manufacturers here in South Africa that have been imported. And between those, you have about a color spectrum of about 300 colors.
Sure. Okay, so that's
it's
huge,
a lot
man.
easier now.
Yeah.
But I mean, like on my travels, you'll go to the hardware store, which is like a little shed type of thing. And the guy's got 2 silvers and a blue. So,
which explains, by the way, when I looked at your some of your pics in there, now I realize, I looked at some of the stuff you've done local. It's bright, it's vibrant. It's not that you don't have the creative capability, it's you didn't have the resources.
The resources there, and also the how could I say, the climate there it's a lot less forgiving to the art than what it is here. Like,
so is it humidity that affects
the
it?
heat,
Just explain. Okay, heat.
Blatant heat there. Like
so it's hardcore.
It's not friendly.
All right, so we're going to wrap up now. This is Craig Metrowich for VideoCelebrityNews.com, the Good News channel. I've got Bob D with me. He's a graffiti artist, highly talented guy, very humble guy. He's traveled extensively, sharing with you his passion and love. I feel your vibe. I mean, I love interviewing people that love what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
I can feel it. What's the next? My last question is, what's the next big thing for you? Okay, business terms, we've called it like a big, hairy, audacious goal. Like being in the New York Gallery. So kind of, Craig, hey, I'm aspiring to do what?
Short-term goal.
Short-term, yeah, sure. Let's go short-term.
Is having my first solo exhibition soon. I want to keep the people busy for a good 45 minutes there, so I need to have a shitload of
are they gonna watch you doing it?
Some of it will be
that'll be amazing. Okay, will you invite me? I'd like to cover that.
Most definitely.
So like a 45-minute, you have a wall at a gallery, you pop a theme,
and there's gonna be like I wanna set the benchmark and say this is how it should look when you have a solo exhibition. So that before the end of the year, and then the big plan. Infamous is about changing the art game. So
I know you're collaborating there, as in like, have you got other people on board?
A bunch of other people involved. Too many to name and not miss someone out. So everybody who carries the fan flag, you guys know who you are.
Share the love.
So we want to start let's say a crew or a team which actually goes out and changes the art game. So like a lot more artists, people who are actually scared of fulfilling it as a full-time thing. We want to change all of that. So that's the big plan. But
I love the big plan. I love your big plan, because also it's getting back to, let's say, my side on the business side is the collaboration. When I do a workshop, for example, let's say sales coaching, customer care coaching, the thrill is not the one-on-one. So I steered away from life coaching completely, right? And I'm not anti that, by the way. Unless you're a qualified psychologist, I recommend, if you're going to do a life coaching thing with anybody, ask them if they're qualified psychologists, and ask them if they've got life experience, and ask them if they've got some counseling experience. In other words, experience-based versus just academia, right? So getting back to my point, the thrill is when I do a workshop and you've got, let's say, a leadership coaching session, and you've got a group of 10 or 20 people or 100 people. You're getting 100 ideas, 100 different viewpoints, and it's the same for you. I think if you collaborate more, right, and you get 10 or 15 people, you're all going to benefit.
There we go. Yeah, Infamous has never ever been about one. It's almost always been about.
It's a cool brand, Infamous. It's a cool brand name.
Yeah, wrong for the right reasons, eh?
Infamous. Right, so we're going to wrap up. Bob D, a shout out to everybody as your wrap up. Anything you'd like to share with your fans, your followers, and your friends? Positive, inspirational message to wrap up.
Yeah, just a shout out to anybody who fly the Ink Fam flag. You guys know who all of you are. And guys, check out my page. Currently running a bit of sales on the art. Winter blue sales.
Yeah, I like it. There's a commercial element as well. Excellent. Okay, Craig Metrowich for Video Celebrity News. Share the good news, share the light, share the positivity, shine your talents, share this video, like, love, and wow it. That's a wrap. Love to all.